Newman's Law. Peggy, what do we have here?
This is a hot topic, man. Even going over this in pre-production. Are the rings everything? We have a list here of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks from the last 25 years, and we're going to dive in to see if they just won a ring or did they really have impact in the game and in their career. Talk to me. Are rings everything? Let's answer that question, and then we'll dive into the quarterbacks.
I think in this day and age of sports climate, I think we weaponize the rings. And as this picture depicts, on one side, would you prefer to be a Robert Horry who has 7 rings, but a career accumulation of capital, only $53.7 million?
Yes.
Or would you prefer to have 0 rings in James Harden and your career earnings be $411 million, upwards of that?
Yeah.
And I think this is the debate that we have to have, because as I'm looking at this list, and we can go down the list of baseball players, basketball players, football players, and as this heated kind of controversy over the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of thinking, and everybody has tried to paint this picture of Cam being a selfish player. Mm-hmm. And that's not necessarily the case. I think there's oftentimes where you have to differentiate team accolades versus personal accolades.
And can I speak to that before you even get in there? Because I know for people that don't know, I know you made a statement one time and they said, "Can't pick one." Would you give up your MVP award, NFL MVP award, to win a Super Bowl ring? And you said, no, I would keep my MVP.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's but the thing that I would add to that is you're talking about 2 different extremes.
Correct.
Of course, I played the game on a team that our ultimate goal was to have team success. Mm-hmm. I never, and I will repeat this, I never went into no season and saying, oh, I just want to go to the Pro Bowl. Oh, I just want to be an all-pro player. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just want to do this. No, everybody's expectations in any year is to get to the team Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Get to the tip of the spear and winning a championship.
Correct.
Now, along that journey, individuals will rise to the top. Mm-hmm. Some unanimous, some subjective. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah.
To my point that I made when Stephen A. asked me that question, it was to say I did my job. In the famous words of Coach Ron Rivera, he says, we need 11 individuals doing one job rather than one person trying to do 11. Mm-hmm. And if everybody does their job, in the famous words of Bill Belichick, do your job. If everybody does their job, the team success will happen. So make no mistake about it. And some will say, you're only having this argument because you didn't win a Super Bowl or you didn't win but I won a national championship. So don't act like I ain't never won anything. What I am saying is, do you remember the individuals that was on my national championship team? Aha. Do you even remember the team or some of the players that was on my Super Bowl winning team? Aha. As a matter of fact, I'll take you one even further. In any regular fan, could you name me, outside of Von Miller and outside of Peyton Manning, who were the other players that was on the Denver Broncos? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't roll
It's
off the
like
tongue.
I'm a player who doesn't value team rather than the individuals on the team. If I'm looking at the Golden State Warriors, I'm looking at it because of Steph Curry. If I'm looking at, the LA Lakers now, I'm looking at it just because of LeBron James. Yeah. If I'm looking at the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm only looking at it because of Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Make no mistake about it. If I'm looking at the Philadelphia, okay. Yeah. You understand my point?
Yeah.
I really want to see how the individuals perform. And that's what people critique the most, individual performances.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you had the mindset to be an MVP in your own position, y'all would be undefeated, like unbeatable. If everybody was the best in their position in the league,
There you go.
well, who can beat me?
But when you have these debates, and then when you look at these lists, are you saying that you would rather have a Joe Flacco leading your team rather than the Lamar Jackson? What?
Yeah.
Even if you even go even further, would you rather have Ben Roethlisberger over a Josh Allen? Okay, let's go. Would you rather have a Nick Foles over a Jared Goff?
I would even say Brad Johnson over a Baker Mayfield.
Come on.
No.
Like we weaponize team success or hold too much weight and sometimes to an individual because they don't have the ultimate team award when in reality there's so many different determining factors that come into play when you're talking about a team game. Not just one person. It's 11 individuals that it can potentially impact the play. Even more than that, when you're talking about the referees, ask Drew Brees about, what a referee bad call for the New Orleans Saints. So much so, it impacted the game where you had to review pass interference for 1 year. Mm-hmm. Like those things have to come into play. But at the end of the day, when you start thinking back and thinking about certain players, you forget who else was on that team. Brad Johnson had probably one of the most dominant defenses, as well as Trent Dilfer. Brad Johnson had Warren Sapp. Brad Johnson had Derrick Brooks. Brad Johnson had John Lynch. Brad Johnson had everybody on, a game changer at every line of defense on that defense.
And he didn't have a sorry offense either.
Like real talk.
He had people around him. Yeah.
So when you're comparing and contrasting, it's like, okay, let's keep things into perspective here. And once again, let's talk about the point that I'm trying to make here. Not the pointer. Who's
keep it on the statement.
Let's debate that. Is rings everything? It is not. Because when you talk about a Robert Horry, would you prefer a Robert Horry's career or an Allen Iverson?
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's a big shot, Rob, but AI.
I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that. And I'm not taking anything away from Robert Horry. But what I am saying is there's times as fans when you make an argument, the first thing that they say, oh, man, he didn't win. Yeah, but he did win, though. Yeah. He was the reason why they were in that position in the first place.
Yeah.
Let's change the sport. Everybody's not going to be a Michael Jordan. Everybody's not going to be a LeBron James.
Yeah.
So you got to get it how you live and being the best player that you could possibly be. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, as a fan, too many fans weaponize, well, you didn't win a championship.
Well, Carmelo Anthony will probably say.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not to say his skill didn't necessarily eclipse a team award, but he did his job as an individual, and that's all you can ask. Any coach can only ask that. Mm-hmm. And that's just food for thought. And that's my point, babe.
Yeah, because every person with a ring doesn't get remembered forever.
No, bro. As I'm looking down this list, bro, over the last 25 years, obviously Jalen Hurts. You got Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Nick Foles, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Joe Flacco, Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Brad Johnson, Tom Brady, Trent Dilfer, Kurt Warner. Everybody's not going to be that. Mm-hmm. And as an athlete, that doesn't mean that you can't strive to be that, because we're seeing it in real time. But you have to understand, like when I give myself grace nowadays and I look back at my career, I'm thoroughly pleased at every level. I've been to the tip of the spear.
That's crazy. You have, yeah.
In rec ball, I witnessed championships. Yeah. In high school, went to a state championship, lost, but we went to the state championship. It was gut-wrenching. In college, went to the national championship multiple times. In the NFL, You go to a Super Bowl, you witness those things, and you think to yourself like, yo, I'll be back. But I didn't. Mm-hmm. And you give yourself grace knowing that like, hey, man, it just wasn't meant to be. Yeah. But as you think about other players that you need, it may not be the case. Yeah. And that's what I can lay my head down and say, man, I appreciate what I've done. And that's it.
There you have it.
Anything else, Peggy?
Impact over championships.
I'll take impact every single day of the week, bro. Did what you do. Impact the game. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to think about. One finger. Hey, I said one finger. We lit. I say one finger. We lit the pinky. Add in the thumb. All together, one love. You dig.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah. I'm kind of high right now. I'm kind of hot right now.